In this video, I'm going to talk about inheritance. Let's say we have a person A and he's pretty good at playing tennis. Let's say A gets married and gives birth to Mr. B, who is pretty good at playing football. Now B will also inherit some of the properties from his father A. That means apart from B's ability to play football, he can also play tennis because he inherited such properties from his father. And B is naturally talented in playing tennis as well. Now let's assume B gets married and gives birth to Mr. C. C will inherit properties from his father as well as from his grandfather. So C can play tennis as well as football. Apart from this, he will have his own individual talent of playing hockey. What I'm talking about here is the inheritance, the ability of a person to inherit some of the properties from another person. How do I explain this in the context of Java? Let's say we have a class called animal. If I have to write a Java program for the animal class, then I would have the following methods: walk, run, or maybe sleep, etc. Now let's say I have to write another class for dog. Now dog can again walk, it can run. Apart from these two, it can also bark. So why should we write this code again? Instead, why don't we just inherit such behavior from its parent animal? Every dog comes into the category of animal. So it's okay to inherit some of the properties and behavior from the animal class. The Java way of inheriting properties and behavior from another class is by using the keyword called extend. So we say dog extends and then the class name animal. So essentially we're extending the abilities and behavior of the dog. When we create an object, we can not only access the methods inside the dog class, but also we can access the methods inside the class from where dog class has inherited. That means the animal class. Hope that's pretty clear. Now we can also have another class, say puppy class, and it can inherit some of the properties from dog. So as we go down the hierarchy, we're becoming more specific, and as we go up the hierarchy, we're getting more generic. So that's what is inheritance in Java. In this example, the animal class is called a parent class or a superclass or a base class, while the dog class is called a child class or a subclass or a derived class. Dog is a child class of animal. Puppy class is a child of dog class. Hope that's clear. Let's take a look at one last real-world example. Let's say we have a robot class. Then it can have methods like start, walk, use navigation, something of that sort. Now we can have another class which is a cleaning robot, and it will extend the behavior from the robot class. And in addition to all these behaviors, cleaning robot can also do the job of cleaning. If you observe one thing, everything in here is having an easier relationship. That means dog is a kind of animal. A puppy is a kind of dog. Similarly, cleaning robot is a kind of robot. Hope that makes sense. Let's talk about types of inheritance. We have 5 types of inheritance in Java. If we have 2 classes A and B, and if B extends A, this is called single inheritance. And we have multi-level inheritance, wherein we'll have 3 classes. C will inherit the behavior from B, and B will inherit the behavior from A. This is called multi-level inheritance. We have seen an example of this a moment ago. Similarly, we can have a class, say animal. We'll have class called dog, which will inherit the properties from animal class by extending. We can also have another class called cat, which will also inherit the behavior from animal class. This is called hierarchical inheritance. So essentially, dog class will extend the animal class, and even the cat class will extend the animal class. Let's talk about multiple inheritance, wherein we'll have a couple of classes A and B, and we'll have a class C which will extend the behavior of both A and B. Java does not support multiple inheritance by extending 2 classes. That means C cannot extend the behavior of A and B. We have a problem with that approach, and I'll discuss that at later videos. Similarly, we have hybrid inheritance, wherein we'll have class A, we'll have class B and class C. B and C will inherit from A, and we'll have class D, which will inherit properties from both B and C. Even this is not possible in Java. But that being said, Java does support multiple and hybrid inheritance using interfaces. So let's preserve these two for next chapter. In our next video, we're going to take a look at examples of these 3.